Welcome back to another episode of the Link podcast presented by Electra Link. I'm your host, Bre Petitt, and today is going to be a little bit of a different episode. It is going to be our first solo episode, and so I'm excited to get to share with you guys a little bit about what I do here at Electra Link, what my job is, and just kind of some of the behind the scenes stuff that you guys see on our social media platforms and all the stuff that we put out digitally. My job here at Electra Link is I'm the marketing coordinator. So I deal with all things digital marketing for Electra Link, whether that's our social media pages, any newsletters that are going out, any ads that we're running, dealing with our website, just anything that represents Electra Link in a digital realm or content that we're handing out to people or sending out to people. I'm in charge of creating that, designing it, making sure it represents Electra Link to the best that it can. And so that's what I do here at Electra Link. I do a little bit of everything. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about my background prior to coming to Electra Link and kind of where I come from a little bit so you guys can get to know me a bit. So I come from a large family. I'm the oldest of 4 kids. So I have 3 younger siblings, all girls. So I have a large family. Both my parents are together. Very large family on both sides of my mom and dad's families. I have lots of cousins, lots of aunts and uncles, and we just grew up really doing a lot of family things together. My family is very creative. I feel like I have a lot of creativity from them, and that works really well in digital marketing. You have to come up with new ideas regularly. And so I really contribute the creativity from my parents and from my childhood and just kind of the way that we grew up. Growing up, we moved around a lot. My dad was in ministry. And so I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, but I've lived Missouri, Illinois, California, New Mexico, Hawaii, and then now Texas. So I'm currently based out of Dallas, Texas, and have been for the past couple years. And I love Texas. It's probably my favorite place I've ever lived. It's just great people, great place to just be and kind of get established. And also I met my husband here. So even more reason why I love Dallas. And it's just, a great place to live. So going back to my education, I graduated high school a little bit earlier. And that was because I was going to go do a leadership training program in Hawaii. I chose to do this right after high school because I wanted to spend a few months just to kind of figure out exactly what I wanted to do and to just really grow as a person. So I went to Hawaii and did that and really loved it. I learned so many different things. It was a great experience. It was with a program called Surfing the Nations. So I did that, and then I moved to California. My mom's family is all from California, so moved out there to be close to them and to just kind of see what opportunities came up from there. I did online schooling for marketing, but then partway through I switched it to computer science. I had started taking some coding classes with a local technology consulting company that was in the Central Valley in California called Bitwise. I was doing the coding classes through them and really enjoying it and just thought, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to go into coding. Or they offered me a position as part of this internship program in their marketing department. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. That's what I was originally going to school was for digital marketing. And then I switched it to computer science because I wanted to do coding. And now I'm being offered this opportunity for marketing. So it's just funny how things work out. But I took the internship, I accepted the position, and was taught everything about digital marketing from the very beginning aspects of it to like more in-depth aspects of it, from strategizing to analyzing how things do with your digital marketing efforts. And so I really learned so many different things and then moved into a digital marketing strategy position from there and was kind of figuring out the strategy behind marketing campaigns and behind the ads and the graphics they were putting together and things like that. So that's what I was doing there. After doing that, I kind of decided that I wanted to move to Texas and get out of California. So moved to Dallas, was working remotely for Bitwise still, and was applying for some jobs up in the Dallas area. I found Electra Link through LinkedIn and applied for their marketing position. And as soon as I came to Electra Link and met Rob and Jason and Paul here at the Dallas office, I just knew that there were a lot of things about Electra Link that really aligned with my own personal values. And I just felt like this was going to be a really good opportunity. And so I'm so glad I accepted the job and that they offered it to me. It has been an amazing experience so far, and I love working here. It is honestly the best job, and it's just been so much fun because Rob and Ernie have given me so much freedom, and I've really been able to show them all the different things that we can do with our digital marketing efforts and with Electrolink's online presence. And they're just really great and supportive and just really trust me to kind of run with different ideas that we come up with. And so that's been really awesome. So coming onto Electrolink, the first thing that we did was we kind of reworked the Electrolink website, created a new one, and then kind of put in place a social media marketing campaign or a marketing plan and just kind of grew it from there. So that's kind of how I started. That's how I got here to Electrolink. I've been at Electrolink for a little over 2 years now. In June, it'll be 3 years, and I've loved every moment of it. It has been a great job. Something I want to add before we kind of get into some more of like what digital marketing is and what exactly the reasons why it's important to have a strong digital presence. I just want to say that when you work for a company that you really believe in and you really align with, kind of more on a personal level, it's so much easier to do your job, especially from a marketing perspective. Um, when I come up with new ideas for posts that we're going to do or videos we're going to make or interviews we're going to do or whatever it might be, it makes it so much easier because I believe in Electrolink and the mission that they have. I believe in the things that they say and the things that all the people here at the company do. And I think that that's so important because you're able to kind of reflect that better in the stuff you put out because you yourself also believe it. And so I just really think that Ernie and Rob have built up a great place that really demonstrates high quality work. It really demonstrates putting value on family and having working hard, but also getting to have a lot of good time to enjoy with your family and the things that you're passionate about. And they're really supportive in all those aspects. So I think as a marketing person, it is so important to have that in your job and in the company that you work for. So shout out to Electrolink, great place to work, great company to hire for whatever you need out of our services that we provide. So let's jump right into what digital marketing entails. So you guys probably hear that term. It's a very common term, especially since probably 2019, 2020, as things kind of went more remotely. A lot of people had to pivot and do some online stuff that they weren't doing before. So digital marketing basically just means promoting your brand or services through any digital channel to connect and create customers. So there's a couple different ways that you can do this. Of course, there's going to be content marketing, which is going to include your social media. It's going to include your website, any landing pages that you're driving people to from ads. That's going to all kind of fall under content marketing. The next thing is going to be paid ads. This is going to be when you pay to run like a post or an ad on Facebook, YouTube, Amazon, Google, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be. If you're paying to promote your business or promote like a job that you're hiring for or promote a service, whatever it may be, that's going to be paid ads. Another thing is going to be your email marketing. This is going to be where you're creating different audiences, you're creating different templates to kind of market to people through the format of email. So that's another way you can digital market things. And then, of course, social media, which kind of falls under content marketing, but that's going to be, of course, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, any social media platform that you can promote content for free on, that's all going to be under social media. So those are kind of the things that make up digital marketing. And then, of course, there's a lot more different things that kind of spin off of that, but that's going to kind of be the foundation of what platforms you're working with for digital marketing. So this kind of leads into the importance of digital marketing. The number one thing that I think people really have to understand is that when you have a digital presence for your business, you are increasing your brand awareness. If you just have like a brick and mortar building or a physical location, but you're not having an online presence, how are you promoting your brand awareness if you're not getting and reaching the people that are using their phones all the time, they're on social media. That's a whole nother avenue that you can reach people rather than just maybe driving past your business or maybe if you have a billboard up. So it opens up a lot more access for people to hear about your brand and see your brand that may not have access to your brand just from like driving past it or from word of mouth. So it really does increase your brand awareness. You're also able to reach a very specific audience with digital marketing. I think that this is really important because, say, for Electra Link, like we are providing services. So we're providing structured cabling, we're providing DAS, we're providing voice and data or audio visual services, we're providing security, we're providing design and build services, we're providing all of these different things that are part of like the technology communications sector. And so we want to make sure that we're reaching the right people that are hiring people to do these things in new builds or old businesses or old builds or whatever it may be. And so we want to make sure that we're reaching the right people and not just somebody who's not looking for that. So you're able to really reach a specific audience. With digital marketing, you're able to kind of specify what kind of people you're wanting to reach, different interests or job titles or different things like that. And you're able to be very specific with it. And so it works really good for a business that offers a specific service because you can reach people that need that service. And so that's also another important aspect of digital marketing. Okay, so it's also going to be more cost effective to do digital marketing than it would be to do like say your traditional marketing. It's going to be cheaper to run ads than it is going to be to put a sign up on a billboard or put an ad in a magazine or like a printout or the newspaper, whatever it may be. It's a lot more cost effective if you have a little bit of a smaller marketing budget. You can really do a lot with digital marketing. So it's really, I think that's something that's really important too. It's more cost effective than traditional marketing. So definitely worth investing and looking into. It's also going to gain credibility and increase your brand's trustworthiness with new customers. So if you have a website, but it hasn't been updated in 10 years, and maybe a new customer comes across it and they're like, oh, this looks really outdated. I don't know if this is like a current business. I don't know if this is somebody that maybe has done work recently. That's not really going to add a lot of trustworthiness to your brand. But if you have a website and a social media page that is posting regularly, looks very updated, has jobs or has products that are current and within the past year or two, that's going to really build more trustworthiness with potential new customers and potential new clients. And so that also is a really important aspect of why digital marketing is so important for your brand. Okay, so the next thing I want to move into is what is the most important thing to focus on first when it comes to digital marketing? So maybe it's a brand like, what is the first thing you're going to focus on and put all your efforts into right away and make sure is good to go before you kind of focus on the rest of your digital marketing efforts? So this is a good example of kind of what we did here at Electra Link. When I got hired on, the first thing we kind of tackled was the website. I think that this is one of the most important things that you should focus on first and foremost when you're trying to kind of like rebuild or create a presence for your business in the digital realm. Your website establishes trust and it provides credibility to anyone that comes across your business's name or brand online. It's going to be a place they can go to get basic contact information, location, what your business offers, what kind of things you're selling or providing. It's going to give them everything they need to know right away and kind of help them see that you are a real business, it's legit, all those things. So website is very, very important. It also gives a good first impression of what your brand is. So if you have a website that really reflects your brand, they kind of know what to expect when they meet somebody face to face or contact somebody and talk to them on the phone or set up a first initial meeting or interview or whatever it might be. It gives a good first impression to whoever's coming across your website. It also is going to help improve all of your marketing efforts moving forward because when you run a paid ad, you have to drive the people that are clicking on your ad back somewhere. And so a lot of times that's going to be to your website or a specific page on your website. And so you want to make sure that you're driving people who are clicking on your ads to something that really shows your brand or is getting your message across very clearly. So making sure your website is a good reflection of that is going to be very important and making sure that your marketing efforts are successful. So super important. It also demonstrates value. The way it does this is by just providing clear upfront, kind of like, this is what we do, this is what our business stands for, this is who we are. You're being very clear about it, and then people don't have to go digging for it. They're just able to kind of find it at first glance or by a quick little search on your site. So, website, most important thing to focus on first and foremost before you kind of get into the rest of your digital marketing efforts. So, with that being said, once you've kind of established your website and gotten that up to date or created and just reflecting your business well, the next thing that you're going to move into is making your marketing plan. So, once the website's good to go, you want to make sure that you have a strong marketing plan in place. The reason why you want to have a good marketing or why you want to have a marketing plan in place is because it's going to kind of give you direction in what you're going to be posting, what kind of content you're going to be putting out, what kind of ads you're going to be running. It's just going to help things move a lot smoother when you establish a plan, and it's going to help you execute that plan and make sure that the marketing efforts you're putting forth are reaping some sort of reward. Like, you want to make sure there's a good return on investment. You want to make sure that it's actually doing something and it's not just a waste of time. So that's why you want to establish a marketing plan. First and foremost, you got to know what your goal is, whether that's get X amount of clients, just really get general brand awareness, just show people what you're doing. You want to, whatever it may be, selling a certain product, you want to know what the goal of your marketing plan is. So for Electra Link, like, our goal, of course, is to promote what we do at Electra Link and promote Electra Link as a brand. And so we really emphasize talking about what services we're providing. We want to showcase the work that our team is doing. We want to highlight our team members and just be like, hey, this is our team. This is what you're going to get when you come to Electra Link. You're going to get quality. You're going to get people who know what they're doing. You're going to get employees that have been here for a long time, for some of them for decades. You're going to get a lot of hard workers who are experts in what they do and going to make sure that we provide you with the best quality, the best service that we can provide. That's what we're showing people through Electra Link's online platforms. We want to make sure that's the message we're getting across, and that we're showing people what our mission is, what our values are, what our vision is behind the company, along with the work that Electra Link is doing for others within Texas and beyond. So that's the goal that we have here at Electra Link. And so you really have to make sure you know what your goal is, and then you can kind of move forward, and you need to create like what your budget's going to be, what different avenues you're going to use for your digital marketing, meaning what platforms you're going to use, whether that's Google ads, Facebook ads, whether it's Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever that might be. You want to make sure you know what platforms you're going to be marketing on. And then next is going to be content. So what content do you need to make your marketing plan successful? Whether this is going to be photos, videos, what kind of text and copy and descriptions are going to go with all of those. You want to make sure that you get all the content you need and put that together. And then it's going to be moving into execution. So taking the content you have, taking the budget you have, and kind of mapping out how you're going to post it, when it's going to go out, all of that. You want to make sure that you execute it really well. And then after you execute your marketing plan, you have to evaluate it. How did it do? What were the views like? How many people looked at it? How many people shared it? How many people clicked on your ad? How many people bought something or called, whatever it may be? You want to evaluate how your marketing plan does after you've already put it into play. So once you've completed your first marketing plan, and have seen how it's done, then you create another marketing plan, a new campaign, a new plan, and you just kind of keep going off of that. You want to make sure you keep things fresh and different. And then once you've done a few different campaigns or different marketing plans, you can kind of compare them and kind of see what works, what doesn't work, and then kind of run with those different things, because it's going to vary from industry to industry, business to business. But the next thing I want to talk about is just kind of how to stay up to date with marketing, because digital marketing changes so rapidly and quickly. Everything online is changing. Like, it could literally change in an hour how things are going to go on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it might be. I mean, Instagram used to just be like photos. Photos used to do really well. That's all you posted on Instagram. But now, like, the Instagram Reels do really well. So you want to have more video posts. Like, it's things like that. You just have to kind of stay up to date, stay current. You kind of have to know what's going on. And so some ways that are really helpful to make sure that you stay up to date with your marketing efforts is, of course, I'm going to say this again. When you put out content, the stuff that's doing well, keep doing that. The stuff that's not doing well, kind of look into why those things aren't doing well, because that, like, the digital marketing realm already may be past that. It may be past whatever it was you post, and it may have been past whatever you tried, and that's okay. You just got to see what's working and what's not working. So just Google search. You can research what does best on Instagram, what does best on Facebook, how can I make my ads better and stronger. You just really have to do your research, look into things. There's a lot of different resources out there. It's just a matter of doing the legwork and kind of digging through the stuff to see what exactly is the reason why behind different things. So things are always changing. Just make sure you do not fall behind. You're not doing the same stuff that you were doing a year ago or 2 years ago. You want to kind of make sure things get switched up a little bit. You want to make sure that your brand is just constantly doing well in the digital realm and always being a good reflection of your brand as a whole. So what are some tools that really can help your digital marketing? I know for me personally, having a strong, solid organizational tool is going to be so helpful. It's going to just help you keep a clear uh, visual of your marketing plan. I like to use Monday.com. It's a great platform. I highly recommend it to anybody. It is super good for organization purposes and just kind of keeping track of stuff. I use it every single day. It is wonderful. And also, I like having a physical copy as well to help me keep organized. So I like to kind of have two ways to stay organized. I think that's just my personal preference. But finding a good organizational tool or platform or just something to help you stay organized is going to be crucial when it comes to digital marketing. Another thing is going to be your analytics. This is going to be tracking how your ads do, how your content that you're posting is doing, how your website is doing. You want to make sure that there's things implemented on your website so you can track who's visiting it, or not who's visiting, but how many people are visiting it, what people are clicking on, all those different things. There's a couple different great ones out there. Google Analytics is a really good one you can install to your website. Hotjar is going to be another good one. And of course, there's so many other ones. Those are just two, but highly recommend having something like that. Something else is you want to make sure that you have a good design tool to help you, whether you're a graphic designer yourself. I'm sure you know some. If you're not, Canva's a really good one. They have a lot of pre-made templates. I don't recommend using pre-made templates because you do want your brand to stand out from others. But for those who don't know how to create content, it's a good starting platform, is using something like Canva. Adobe Cloud, of course, has a lot of different ones, like Adobe Illustrator, some Adobe InDesign. There's a lot of good ones out there. So finding a good graphic design platform to help you create all the content is going to be very vital as well. So those are just a couple of tools that can help your digital marketing kind of take next level. And then also I want to add, make sure you have a spell check or grammar check. I use Grammarly. When I first started, I made a lot of spelling mistakes by accident, and Grammarly has definitely helped me not do that. So have some sort of tool to check your spelling. If you don't have somebody reviewing all of your stuff before it goes out, highly recommend it. It definitely helps so much. So some tips on staying consistent with posting on social media. This goes back to what I was saying before. It's so important to be organized when it comes to digital marketing because there's so many different things that are going to be going out on all the platforms. You got to have something that is going to help you be consistent. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all the social media platforms, you're able to pre-schedule things. I know for like Facebook, you can only pre-schedule up to a month in advance or 30 days. But like LinkedIn, you can do more than a month. It's just going to vary from platform to platform, but take advantage of that. Pre-schedule your content, create content in bulk. Take a couple days every month to just really create content so that you're able to have stuff going out regularly and you don't get behind, because I have been there. Like, it's easy to get behind when there's so many other things you have to be doing. It definitely helps to pre-schedule things, take the time to create content, and get multiple things created at once so that you're not rushing at the last minute. And then two, that kind of goes to like the marketing plan. Like, your marketing plan doesn't have to just be a month-long plan. It could be a year-long plan. You want to make sure you have some sort of clarity to kind of help guide what you're going to be putting out and how you're going to be putting it out. So organization is key to staying consistent with posting and just really knocking out content, making it in bulk and just pre-scheduling it as much as you can is going to be very helpful. So some of Electralink's general marketing goals is, of course, just going to be to promote like the services that we do here. So our AV division, structured cabling, industrial communications, our special services, which include security and design and builds, and then our distributed antenna systems, which we do both cellular and public safety DAS. So those are the things that we're promoting, along with the mission of Electralink, the values of Electralink, the vision of Electralink. We want to make sure that we're getting across who Electralink is, who our team is, the work that we do, and also kind of some of the fun things too that Electralink is doing, whether that's our family picnics or Christmas parties, or showcasing the guys that are going above and beyond with our safety department and the safety awards they get. Different things like that. We want to make sure that people are able just to see from just going to our social media page that our team does a great job. We're doing a lot of different things. We have new projects going on. We've got a great team of people that really just go above and beyond and really live up to the Electralink standard. And so these are all things that we take into consideration when we plan out our marketing campaigns and when we decide what we're going to post. This podcast that we're doing, the link, this is another thing that we're doing to kind of contribute to Electralink's digital presence. We want to showcase the wisdom and the experience that our team members have in all the various divisions that we have, along with kind of the story of Electralink. We want to showcase our safety department, kind of like what a career here looks like, kind of the career path. At the end of the day, we just want to make sure that people see who Electralink is as a company and the people behind it, and that the people that make up Electralink do a good job of representing our brand. And so I think we do a good job of that. And I'm always trying to come up with new ways for us to kind of just continue standing apart. And I think we've done a good job of that so far. And so we're just going to kind of continue on that track and see what happens. So make sure you guys are following our Electralink Facebook page and our Instagram page and LinkedIn, and make sure you're following Link Podcasts on Spotify and YouTube and Apple Podcasts so that you guys don't miss any of the work that we're doing, any of the new stuff that we're putting out. We have all these wonderful videos out on our YouTube page. Check them out if you haven't. We created them all last year and they've all been going out this year just to really showcase the people here at Electralink, that we're here in Texas and our team does a great job. We go all over Texas and beyond. The services that we offer, our team is really passionate about. And we just want to make sure that people see that through the things that we're putting out in different ways. And so that's why we're kind of have taken such a look at our digital marketing and really transformed it into what it is today. And so I am very honored to have the opportunity to get to share with you guys a little bit about that and a little bit about who I am and kind of what I do at Electralink. I'm passionate about this job. I love working here. I love the people I work with. And I hope you guys can see that through the stuff that we're putting out. And I'm just excited to continue doing this job. And I'm excited for you guys to see what else we're cooking up. So stay tuned. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. I hope that you learned a little bit about why we focus so much on the digital marketing aspect here at Electralink the past couple of years and why we're going to continue to do so. I really enjoy getting to just share a little bit with you guys about what I do and the purpose behind it. And make sure you guys tune in next week for our season finale episode. It's going to be with our CEO and founder, Ernie D'Antoni, and our president, Rob Stanton. They're going to be talking about growth in business and kind of when to know to move into a growth phase. It's going to be a great episode. I'm excited for you guys to hear it. So that'll be out next Wednesday. And thank you guys again. Have a great rest of your day.